Oh, it's jumping on Zoom. Okay. Hey, everybody.
Yeah.
Good, good, Joy.
Yeah, I need to work on that defense stuff.
Right here. Joyner, my first question is for you. First of all, how did it feel playing in that atmosphere tonight? And what did you guys like about what you saw tonight?
Yeah. This is my first time in Canada, so it was amazing. You know, like the turnout that we had tonight was amazing, and I think for just the next generation and the people coming up, I think this is an amazing thing to do. So, thank y'all for having us first and foremost. But I think it was good. You know, getting out there, we've been playing against each other and the scout team and stuff, so it was good to play against a different team and get a different feel. I think we have a lot of positives going into the season and next week, and just things we need to work on. I think we discussed that in the locker room, and so I was happy with what we had out on the floor tonight.
For sure. And then Skylar, how do you feel after your first game back?
Yeah, I feel like I said that probably 4 times in my career before. But it feels really good. It feels good being on this team. Like Joy said, Edmonton has been amazing host-wise. The atmosphere was electric. Coming out to that for a preseason game was pretty impressive, and we had a good time. Look, they still here. Saying, they appreciate the game, and hopefully we can continue to do this, like Joy said. But I feel really good. I feel good being on this team. Obviously, this is a preview for us, so we're trying to just put it all together. And yeah, just piggybacking off Joy, we had a lot of good things that we did. We're not peaking tonight, and we know that. So we got a lot of stuff to work on and a lot of stuff to look forward to, but, we're very encouraged.
Next question, second post time.
There's a lot of talk right now about the WNBA expanding to Canada for 2025, so you might be making a lot more trips up here. How excited are you at the idea of this league becoming a two-country league?
I think it's amazing. My journey is a little different. I've been cut from teams, so I think it's amazing for you to be adding teams and adding roster spots for people, that have had similar journeys like mine. And so I think it's going to be great. And then expanding to places like this, it's going to be lit.
Yeah, they appreciate the game up here. Obviously, they have a fan base, a market for it, and so it's awesome. We're adding Golden State next year, so we'll have 13. So it'd be nice to get an even 14, and hopefully, we'll be seeing a lot more of us outside of the United States.
Question on the right, second one.
Was there anything that was a little small things to your game that you guys were planning to work on going into the match? And if so, how do you guys think you executed on that?
Yeah, we had a few goals. I thought turnover-wise, we ended where we wanted to be. Assist-wise, we liked the assist numbers. Defensively, we felt like we had more to give rebounding. And so that's definitely an area of improvement for us. Guards got to help the post rebound. We got to kind of gang rebound, if you will. That's what we call it. But yeah, I think that we have a lot of things to go off of. I thought we got to the free throw line, maybe defending the three-point line a little bit better. And so we'll talk to the coaches too and evaluate that a little bit and see what we have to get ready for before we play again on Tuesday.
We're going to turn to Zoom. We're going to start with Percy and then Christian, both of you in Seattle. Percy and Christian. Percy, go ahead.
Awesome. This question is from Skylar. Did you think, in your first game back, the 14 points, 5 for 8 shooting, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 steals, did you think that you would look this good in your first game?
Yeah, I didn't even think that, so thank you. But it's kind of easy playing, with this group, and obviously I knew this was going to be like a field game for me, rhythm-wise, touch, a lot of those shape, being in shape, a lot of that, I'm still working on. And so I really just tried to have a clear mind coming into this game and not really put any expectations on myself. But I play with a great group of women, beside me that put me in position to be successful. Just still reading Noe and, how she wants to, how she wants it to look and picking her brain there. And so I'm glad we still have some time before our first game. But yeah, it felt good tonight just to be out there again, to be in this atmosphere was amazing. And, to be this, debuting with my new team.
Awesome, Skylar. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Next question, Christian.
Hey, Skylar. On media day, you said you were tired of the hype, tired of the talk, and you were just ready to play the game. You played your first game as a Seattle Storm. Everyone getting called team. How does it feel just to get under your belt?
Yeah, just to reiterate, it felt good just to be back, going through the motions of a live game, filling the spots, feeling where I'm going to be, and a lot to learn. I thought Joy played her tail off tonight, though. She was great off the bench for us. Same with Sammy. And, we're looking forward to adding Ezzy, adding Jordan Horston, and so Nika. And so we got pieces still yet to be seen to see how this, this total package is going to look for us. And so we're looking forward to adding those three on Tuesday.
Our next two questions will come from Matt and Alexis. Matt, go ahead.
Hi, Skylar. You mentioned before that you thought it would maybe take you about 5 to 7 games to maybe feel out things. After playing tonight, do you still feel like that?
Yeah. It's just preseason, y'all. So it's, I try not to internalize too many things. I feel good about myself, but I definitely see where I want to improve and still some work that needs to be done there, detail-wise. But yeah, I still feel the same way. Like I said, we got to see everybody together first, and we haven't had an opportunity to do that yet. So yeah, I will still give us that grace.
And just a quick follow, because like everyone's talking about you on Twitter. Like,
Oh boy,
you know,
don't believe everything
Better
you
be
see and
good.
read.
positive. WNBA Twitter's just buzzing. Like there's so many
yeah.
They're really excited. I just want to know if you have a message to the fans. They're so happy to have you back playing again.
Yeah, it's been a long journey. It's been 2 years almost. And so it's not easy coming back to this league. This is the most elite, product that we've had. It just keeps getting better and better. And so, even me, I felt like an old rookie, if you will, being on this team, just trying to learn the new system, learn the new players and my new teammates. But I've been, I want for nothing in Seattle. The team has given me a very warm welcome here and made me feel really comfortable. And so I really love that. But thank you to everybody that's been supporting me through this journey, that's been supporting me throughout my career. I appreciate that. So right on. Keep being nice to me,
Twitter can get a little crazy.
Alexis, and we do know that Coach Quinn is on her way, so we have just a few more minutes.
She's here.
Alexis?
Quick question for you, Skylar. At the end, you had a quick interaction with Tia Jackson. Can you just kind of tell us a little bit about that conversation? And then also for people that, well, I guess you say fans that are just kind of getting acquainted with the league, what would you say is the best way that they can support you and the fellow people in the league?
Yeah, Rakia's she's a rock girl, so I had to go up and say what's up to her and just welcome her to the league. I had a conversation with Cameron too, a few other players there, and it was a good exchange. I'm excited for the future of this league. It's in really good hands. A lot of new players coming in, trying to make their way onto a team, and so yeah, we just shared a little moment there, and then it's a lot of new fans that are maybe could be introduced to the W for the first time, and I don't know, League Pass, find your local market games. It's other TV, it's more televised games following there, and so yeah, just continue to support. We appreciate the new fans, welcome them to the league, and it should make for a very exciting season this year.
I will go to Christina.
Hey ladies, good evening. My question is for Skylar. Over 16,000 fans showed up tonight for tonight's game, sold out crowd. When you talk about the growth of the league and globalizing the WNBA products, why was a game like today important?
Yeah, it's very monumental, and like I was speaking before, just trying to capitalize the popularity of the game, how great the product is. Fans want to see it. It's a demand for it. And, they showed up and showed out. It was loud. You could barely hear in that arena. We screaming, our lungs off, trying to communicate to each other. So it was amazing. It's electric. And like we were saying before, reiterating that, hopefully we have a lot more opportunities to play these games globally and expose, our league to new fans and for new fans to be able to see us play and just have that accessibility to watch the game.
Join her, Skylar. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Didn't see you hiding against the wall.
Oh, yeah. You're like, where's she? Oh, good.
Got in the room, you want to start? Okay, Noah will start. First row to your left.
Okay.
Hi, Coach. What are some of your early takeaways from what you saw tonight, especially from your vets that have now played together for the first time?
Yeah, saw some really good things. Think that we are progressing, from day one to camp to now having a preseason game. We turned it up on the defensive end. That was good to see. And a lot of those guys were involved in those actions. And, the ability to do a lot. It's good to see that they have some synergy and chemistry together, though it's been such a short time.
And what was that atmosphere like?
Amazing, amazing. The fact that we're here in Canada and able to bring our product to an amazing community and city. And, they weren't just cheering for one team, they were cheering for both of us and wanting to see some good basketball. And hopefully we did that.
Next question, second row to your right.
Obviously, the crowd was very, very
Yeah.
adamant today. What do you think about the WNBA playing in Canada? Do you think you would like to see this more, and would you like to see more WNBA Canada games in the future?
I do. I would love to see more Canada games, more global games, or maybe a team. But at the end of the day, again, there's so much respect and pride in the way in which Canadians support sports, not only women's sports, but sports in general. And I would love for that to continue.
Next question, last row to your left as well.
You mentioned the crowd. You mentioned the crowds here at Edmonton, Coach. What would it mean to not just have a Toronto team, but have a team maybe one day in an Edmonton, a Vancouver, Montreal? Because I think you get more than one team in Canada in this country, Coach.
Yeah, the game is growing, and I think, from the start of the W to where we are now, there's been a ton of talent, there's been a ton of eyes on our game, and a lot of success because these women put so much into, their craft and what they do. And the fans see that. They see us. They support us. And I would love to see, again, a team here in Canada, not because I have ties only to Canada, but because I think that will show that our league is going to continue to grow and is on the right step, the right step that we need for it to be.
All right, we're going to turn to Zoom, and we'll go to Percy.
Hey, Coach. Was it always the plan to have the reserves play extensively in the fourth? And what did you see out of your second unit, especially Sammy and Jordan?
Yeah, we wanted to make sure our starters got the bulk of the first half minutes, and we were able to do that, keep them in this range that they're in. And I saw in the second unit some really good things from Sammy. We know that she's a sniper, and whenever she's on the floor, I try to, find opportunities to get her the ball, to stretch the floor with her three-point shooting, but also her ability to make a little bit. So, Sammy can play with multiple players because she has that ability, and I liked what I saw from that standpoint.
Next question, also on Zoom from Blake.
Hey, Coach. How did you like Skylar's performance after a year away from the game?
I loved it. And this is still new for me and her. And I've seen it in practice. From day 1 to day 4, the difference, just getting her legs back. This is a new system. Getting that. In her mind where she can find ways to get others involved and find ways to pick her spots. Defensively, what she can do, again, from the start of camp till now, she's progressed every single day. She hadn't played for 18 plus months, and to come out in that game and really have high energy and really impact the game like she did, it was really a great sight to see.
Thank you, Coach.
Welcome.
Next question, also on Zoom. Chico, go ahead, please.
Hey, Noel. There was one sequence earlier in the game where Becca had a dribble handoff with Jewel, and she was able to get the handoff, and there was a pick and pop, and Becca was able to hit that jump.
Yeah.
You got to envision using Becca in that high post, being a secondary facilitator?
Definitely in the high post areas. I don't want to take away her ability to face up on the block or short corner. I'm going to put her in more space too. You know, this is just the first week of camp, and trying to get a lot in, but we don't have certain things in. And you see what NECA can do in space. You see how smart she is, what she can do on the defensive end as well. But as it relates to offense, yes, operating in the elbow, mid-range area, and she's shown that she can extend. She's extended her range and shot the three over in LA. So bringing that aspect of her game here too, not negating the fact that she can stretch the floor.
Noel, thank you.
Yes, thanks, Ron.
Our media, stay with us. Coach Kurt Miller will be with us in one moment.
All right, thanks, Ron.
Pass my pen down. All right, Kurt, we're going to begin right away. Questions for Rick?
Coach, what did you think of the atmosphere tonight, knowing that neither team really had a home court advantage, and knowing that this was the second ever WNBA Canada game?
Yeah, just first, great appreciation for the turnout. The fan support here in Canada was unbelievable. And to play in front of, I don't know what was the announced crowd, but to play in front of almost 17,000 people in an exhibition game is truly special. Makes our players feel special. It's where our game is headed. Can't be more pleased in the environment that was just on display, and appreciate everything for the people that came out in Edmonton. And I met a lot of people on the street today that flew in from Vancouver. I met a couple that flew in from Ontario. So it's just, just a great night for the WNBA.
Next question, Kurt. First, go to your left.
Hi, Coach. So before the game, you talked a little bit about wanting to see who was going to step up for the moment, and talked a little bit about Cam as a rookie. She had a really good game tonight, knocked down a three, had big blocks, was really assertive. What did you think of her performance?
Yeah, I thought Cam really sparked us. In fact, our starters did really well. If you looked at the first 5 minutes of the first quarter, first 5 minutes of the third quarter, when the starters were going against each other from both teams, I can't be more pleased with how we competed and executed. Cam, you look comfortable out there. She didn't look nervous. We asked her to be a little bit more aggressive around the rim defensively in the second half, and you saw her do what she's done, her whole career in the collegiate level, is block shots. And so she gave us some rim protection, which we were drastically missing last year. So, we ran some plays to get her threes. She didn't hesitate. She looked comfortable out there. So just her ceiling is really high, and I can't wait to keep working with her.
Next question, Kurt. Right in front. Center.
Coach, obviously for Kia, the adrenaline might have been pumping a little bit more for her than any other player on the court today. How do you think she handled that, and what did you think of her game today?
Yeah, again, just really proud of her. Obviously, I'm, unbelievably connected to their family, but Kia looked confident. We ran the first play. We wanted, her to score the first basket here in Canada. You said Kia, right? Okay. And, so I know it was such an emotional night for her. It was really, truly special. And she's the face of their national team. The national team director's here. The national team head coach is here. The place went bananas in the starting lineup. So she just shot it really well. And I'm just so happy for her, because the journey back from an ACL is so difficult at the highest level. And you're seeing that players are having more success in the second year back from an ACL. She just already looks more comfortable, and she looks like the old Kia Nurse. So I can't be more pleased. But emotional night for her, and to be able to do that in front of family and friends and the country behind her, truly special.
Got one more question from the room, and we'll turn to Zoom. Last row on your left.
Coach, what does it mean right now to see fans outside watching your presser, fans making this game a great environment? What does it mean to have a crowd coming in here and make it seem like it was a playoff game? Because it didn't matter who scored, didn't matter what happened in this game. It felt like it was a playoff game, not an exhibition game. So what does it mean to see the crowd being well? And what do you think of the future of the Canada game? Do you think we could get a Canada game across the country? Because we had a game last year in Toronto, here in Edmonton. What do you mean to have a game, say, next year in Vancouver and in Montreal, or make it happen coast to coast in the coming years, Coach?
Yeah, truly special. This game's gone global, and what Canada's done in the 2 exhibition games between Toronto now and Edmonton, shows that women's basketball at the highest level can be supported in this country, and it speaks to the global nature of it. And I'm part of the USA, Olympic team staff, and we got to get by Canada, and we just really respect the level of play that Canadians play basketball at now. And so just, really excited. Again, powers to be above me in the league office. We'll figure out where we're expanding, but really, really neat to watch Canada support us these last 2 years in exhibition.
We're going to turn to Zoom. We have time for a few questions there. We're going to start with Sparks broadcaster Rashawn, and you'll be followed by Alexis. Rashawn.
Thanks, Ron. Hey, Coach. Curious, what did you see from Rakia tonight, coming off the bench in her action?
Yeah, I thought Rakia, did some of the stuff offensively, one-on-one in space that she's very capable of. She's an extremely talented offensive player. We got to experiment tonight, not only her at the 4, but we got her at the 3 and played her in different lineups. That shows the versatility. I think she showed that, and that she could have success here early in her career at both positions. But I thought she was efficient. I thought, she gave us a spark offensively. Both Cameron and Rakia being in double figures here in exhibition bodes well for us. I hope it boosts their confidence that they belong and they can be successful in this league.
All right, we're going to go to Alexis. Alexis, you'll be followed by Blake.
Hi, Coach. With so many rookies on your team, what's your message to them when they're kind of nervous, one, about proving themselves in the league, but then also that nervousness that comes along with making the roster? What would you say your message to them is about just being relaxed and playing their game?
Yeah, we talked about our energy. We talked about our effort. We talked about the next play, and we needed that attitude tonight. We had 25 turnovers. Our group responded after halftime with 17 or 18 turnovers at halftime, and so we got that down in single digits in the second half. We haven't been in camp very long, so we weren't. We don't have a lot of counters in for the aggressive trapping that we saw tonight. Obviously, that was exposed at times, but we played with more composure in the second half. But overall, to answer your question, we looked for energy, effort, and get to the next play. And I thought they, for the most of the game, they did that. And again, once you get out there, basketball's basketball. There's probably more nerves before you walk out there on the court. It just is kind of second nature when you get to start playing.
Last question for Coach will be from Blake. Blake, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, this is Blake Spadar from Blake's Take. Derek and Handy had a great game tonight. What exactly did you think of her performance?
Yeah, I thought she played confidently. I think she took the challenge, right, to play against a great player like ncaaw and a former teammate. She's in great shape right now, and I thought you saw what makes Dearica special and what's made her special for a long time in this league, her motor and her effort level. Her motor is very, very special. She had a really efficient night from the field, going 7 for 9. And scoring 17 points in 15 minutes. It was the activity, it's the motor. And again, we need that leadership out of her. We are a young, building team. Dearica's won championships. She's been a decorated player in this league, as 6th Player of the Year multiple times. It's really nice to see the start that she has. And she did it in front of family and friends tonight, which I think you'll see in a couple minutes. Thank you.
It's in the middle?
Yeah.
Go ahead. quiet with him.
Answer question.
Sure.
Oh,
It's so cute.
that's kind of cool, huh?
Questions for Dearica, Kia, and Maya in the room. We're going to start second row to your right.
Kia, how did it feel to know that when you went up and you gave that like little pregame speech that you were able to see that everybody was like clapping, right, and just like chanting your name? How did that feel? And also, what did you think of the atmosphere tonight playing in Edmonton?
I thought it was electric, and thank you. I thought the atmosphere was electric, and honestly, it was really special to be here. And for me, I kept saying I don't know what I'm going to say on this pregame speech situation, and T. Mike told me to wing it. So I wing it, and it came out pretty good. And I'm grateful to be here, and just the energy I thought was fantastic from the jump. And I know everybody talks about this place as a hockey city, rightfully so, obviously, with all the Oilers stuff here, but there's a real love for basketball in this part of the country, and it's really special.
Next question, first row to your left.
Kia, if you had a message for any new fans that kind of tuned in tonight, especially from the Canadian side, what would you say for this upcoming W season and the Olympics?
I would say welcome. You are in for an absolute ride. This is one of the best sports in the world. This is the best league in the world for women's basketball. And night in, night out, it is competitive. It is fierce. And there are a lot of new faces to this league that everybody is very excited about. But there are some vets in this league as well who have put their stamp on the game. And I'm excited for people to see them as well. So welcome into the ride. It'll be a good one.
And Dearica, I have a question for you. You made a lot of really great plays tonight. What did you like about how you played tonight and the rest of the Sparks team?
I just like how aggressive I was and competitive. And, this offseason I spent a lot of time just working on my mental toughness and more so than my basketball, actually. And I think that's kind of translated into why I had so much success tonight.
Next question, center, second row.
Usually, or maybe it's my thinking that preseason feels a bit like homework sometimes, that you're just getting ready for the season, working on some things. Have you ever played in a preseason or exhibition game that kind of had this kind of adrenaline or this kind of energy? Were you nervous before this one?
I was nervous before, in all honesty. It's a lot of people, and I've spent quite a bit of time building my career here in Canada, and from the jump all the way through high school, and to be able to be in an arena that is filled for a WNBA game on Canadian soil is not something that you put on your dream board as a kid around my age, because we could barely get WNBA games or female basketball games on television. So to be in this situation now and to see how things have changed and how it's propelling women's sports forward and women's basketball, particularly in Canada, is really, really special. And I was completely nervous. There's a lot of people, a lot of expectations, but honestly, it was just so special to be out there and to have that opportunity.
On the left, last row.
You liked it too. You thought the crowd was great.
Question for Kia. I know it was your first game for LA. I know it was the preseason, but how do you feel your game was? You hit some 3 pointers early on. How do you feel your game was? You look comfortable early on in this game as the game started, Kia.
Yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with my teammates, and I think that was one of the things that when you're in preseason and it's only been 5 practices, that's kind of what you get out of these early on games, is understanding kind of tendencies. Obviously, I played against Dearica for a number of years. Now we're on the same team, so figuring out what we like to do on the floor, and I thought we flowed pretty well. A lot of us vets kind of play with a similar mindset. And I thought our rookies came in and did some really good stuff for their first WNBA game. For me personally, I haven't played a basketball game in like 6 months, so I was just really happy to be out there. It was nice to see a couple shots go in too.
All right, we're going to turn to Zoom. We'll start with Rashawn. Go ahead.
Thanks, Ron. For Dearica, last year was nothing. To me, surprised you were out there, closed gym against Seattle, your first game as a Spark. How far have you come, just as a player, and just getting back to the America Handy that this league knows?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was touching on the last question, just the mental toughness that I had to just build through the last year of everything that I've kind of been through. And before I came into this camp, I talked to Reagan. I said, I'm going to compete like I'm the best player on the floor every single night. And I believe that. So everything that I've been through, I think it's been worth it in the sense. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be with this team. Yeah, my kids are here. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the season.
We're going next to Christina. Christina, go ahead.
Hey everyone, so my question is to Erica. You played with Cameron, USA basketball for the league. What has it been like in camp with her, and what are some things that you see from her throughout camp and from tonight's game that stands out to you?
I spent some time with Cam at 3-on-3. Just, I feel like my job as her vet is to kind of reassure her and give her the confidence, and same with her key also. But I'm in her ear a lot and just trying to pour positivity into her. And I think she was really, really nervous before the game tonight. But I don't think it showed. You know, she played well, and I think getting them kind of monkey off your back to see that you can play and compete in this league, because I think she was kind of nervous about it. But I'm proud of her and looking forward to playing with her.
We'll go next to Jesse and then Brad. Jesse?
Question. First, I want to ask Amaya, what's it like seeing your mom compete in these games?
Oh, it's kind of high. There you go.
What do you say?
What's it like seeing your mom go out there and just do it all good?
I don't know.
You don't know? Mom was out there balling today. Do you think I'm a good basketball player?
Kinda.
Is it fun to watch Mom out there?
Yeah.
Great answer. You want to say something? Shout hooray. Shout hooray.
Legend loves it.
What's it like even as a transition as you're 5-6 years in the league and trying to mentor Cam and do that?
Yeah, honestly, when you spend some extra time in this league, your job is to then be that kind of ear for them to listen to, and to have a vet like De'Erica, obviously, who's Cam's ear a lot. Cam asks some questions. Like, the thing about our vets is they're really willing to ask when they don't know what's happening out there on the court. And so being available to answer questions and put it in terms which are simple for them, because it is a lot coming at you in those 5 days to have to put in offensive and defensive schemes and kind of change your mindset from whatever you were doing in college the last 4 years that just kind of ended 3 weeks ago. So for me, it's a lot of just being there for them, but also trying to help them through the transition that is leaving college and coming to the pros, because everything is very much more accountable to you, and your schedule is very different. You have a lot more free time, and you're treated much more like an adult. And so trying to be a vet in those ways too, and lead by example on, you know, how to conduct yourself on and off the court.
We have time for 2 more questions. I'm going to go to Brad.
Ladies, it's Brad Lake from WBB Nation, WNBA Swish. Can you speak to what you saw tonight? So that went well. You guys battled in the paint and did well on the offensive rebounds. What kind of chemistry did you see offensively?
Offensively or defensively?
Offensively.
I thought there was pretty good flow. You know, playing in front of 17,000 people, we were kind of worried about maybe not having like the best hand signals, but you know, our point guards did a good job in the beginning of the quarters, getting us into stuff. And you know, we put a lot in, but the rookies and new players have picked it up pretty fast. Like Kurt always says, there's a lot more to learn, but I think we all are pretty proud of our progress today, and we're miles ahead of where we were last year as a team. So it feels good. Yeah, it feels good.
I think transition-wise, we were good too. We can get out and play in transition and semi-transition. We've got athletes all around. I think it'll give us a good opportunity to win a lot of games.
And it's really easy to play when you have shooters to your left and your right. So.
Last question will go to Sean. Sean, go ahead.
Ladies, just more of a general question. How did it feel to just get that first game under your belt and acclimate with some of the new teammates and just the overall vibe?
Honestly, it was great. I'll be honest, I didn't know what it was going to look like out there. It's only been 5 practices. So, you know, like Dee said, you're trying to put in a ton of different schemes and a ton of different defensive schemes. And the way that we played Seattle today might be a little different than how we play them in the future in terms of now kind of seeing what they have as well. But I thought it was pretty good to at least get one under your belt. And honestly, it's so nice to play someone that's not your practice players or yourself. So enjoyed that.
Thank you, guys.
Say thank you.
Bye.